they're a really good team. Well coached, they're old, they have experience, very tough, very physical, really good defensively, a very good offensive rebounding team. So we're excited about the challenge, though. We're excited to have a chance to play in New York, to play in this venue, and to play against a really good team.
I mean, like leaving Pittsburgh for the first time, what do you think it's going to be like for some of these freshmen? Are they, kind of ready for, maybe that first road trip, first test on the road?
I think so. I mean, this will be a different. It's not at home; it's neutral, so it'll be different than it'll be next Tuesday. But this will be good preparation, and I'm anxious to see how we'll be.
Will they be the best team you've played so far?
On tape, yeah. I mean, they're undefeated. They've beaten two of the teams that we've played. So, yeah, definitely. I definitely think they'll be the best team that we've played.
Do you think playing in that New York, New Jersey atmosphere will bring a lot of attention to this team, especially if you have a good showing?
I hope so.
Start paying attention.
I hope so. Again, we try to control what we can control, and I'm more worried about, are we going to be able to rebound? Are we going to be able to block out? Are we going to be able to execute against their physicality? I'm more concerned with that than, people paying attention to us. I'm paying attention to us, and I know the things that we have to do to become a better basketball team, and so we're just trying to concentrate and focus on those things.
So, Jeff, why is it important for you to play games up there in that region? I mean, is that something that you'd want to do as a head coach regardless, or is it something that's special because you're Pitt, a program that's had so many guys from New York City?
Well, I think it's both. I mean, as a fan of the game, New York is one of the best places to play because of their appreciation of the game and the history with basketball in the city. And so that's definitely a part of it. But then also, this program's ties to New York, from the old Big East to the Big East tournaments to the number of players to the number of people that, this university has that are in the New York, New Jersey area. It's something going forward that we'd like to have an opportunity to do.
Yeah, I know you said after the game Saturday that you'd like to play a game there every year if you could, and you'd also like to play an old Big East opponent there. If you could, would you want to try to meld those two things and play an old Big East kind of game up there in New York City?
Yeah, that's something that's something that we are going to look into doing and seeing if we can make that work. It's something that we'd like to do, yes.
Jeff, you're going into a stretch here, 2 A-10 teams, Big 12, Big 10 team in the next 5 games. Is this stretch important to see just because it's going to be the closest you have to what ACC play is going to be like before you actually get into conference?
Definitely. And, I think the 5 games that we've had have helped prepare us for this stretch that we're going to have right now. Obviously, we know the competition will continue to become greater, and to see where we are, against this type of competition. This St. Louis team is picked to win the A-10. Obviously, Iowa is playing very, very well right now. Duquesne is really good. They had a lot of guys sitting out last year. Obviously, West Virginia is really, really good. And so it is a tough stretch for us, and we'll see where we are at the end of it. But we're going to take it game by game, and right now our focus is on this one on Wednesday.
Jeff, obviously you knew a lot about Xavier before you got here, but has he done anything in his first 5 games to surprise you? His athleticism, his confidence, anything like that?
I'd probably say his confidence. I knew he was a confident kid, and that league he played in is as good as any high school league in the country, and the competition level, and you have to show up every day, and then I think the habits that he has, especially from his high school and the coaching that he had there, from his AAU program and the coaching that he had there, he was always held accountable. And he was always made to play hard. And so that's not a surprise that he does those things here, that he has a passion for learning, and he's a gym rat. That's not a surprise. But, I think probably the confidence level that he has in his game and in his ability is something that maybe is a small bit of a surprise.
Malik, came from St. John, so he's obviously going back to kind of the New York area to play. I mean, has he been kind of walking around with, preparation this week, kind of excited to maybe get back to New York?
Yeah, I'm sure he is. I mean, he's from there. He's from Jersey, and so he's from there. I'm sure he'll have a lot of family there. But, we can't make it about that. We have to make it about us and what we have to do in order to beat an outstanding team.
You mentioned the success Xavier's had so far. I mean, what is St. Louis going to try to do to try to make things tough on a freshman point guard who's been making you guys go so far?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would imagine, against Seton Hall, against their best player that was – I think he came into that game averaging 27 points a game. They blitzed him every time in a ball screen. They doubled him. They trapped him, tried to trap him. And so I could see them doing something with that. Sometimes what a team will do, a coach will do against a young kid is that they'll try to switch defenses up. That's something that I saw St. Louis do against Troy. They switch defenses up. So I'm not sure exactly what they'll do, but I know they're a well-coached team. I know they're really good defensively. That's what they hang their hat on. And so it's our job to have my job to have our team prepared for whatever, we think they may do. And we'll be prepared for it.